my growth. They see the change, the tone, but they couldn't handle that. Nope, they couldn't handle that. If they really knew the fact, they really don't know. To have a gift, it is a curse. To be the light, you must feel the burn. Given the power to move a tide, to move a tide.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel where we discuss popular mainstream music. And in this video, we're going to be discussing the pop trio, okay? The pop trio, which is Chappell, Sabrina Carpenter, and Charli XCX, okay? Everyone's been talking about it. But before we get into the pop trio, if you enjoyed the little snippet of music in the beginning of this video, that is my music, guys. Check it out. I'd really appreciate it. All you have to do is type my name, Sam Dolphin, and my music will pop up on the YouTube search. You can also check out my music on all music streaming platforms such as Spotify and Apple Music, so definitely check it out. I'd really appreciate it. So getting back into the video, okay, and it is the pop trio, Chappell, Charli XCX, and Sabrina Carpenter, okay? Now, this has been a big topic lately. People have been pushing these three girls, these three women, as the new faces of pop, which I definitely agree, very exciting. And one interesting thing is, like, everyone compared these three to the Powerpuff Girls, okay? Chappell being Blossom, Sabrina being Bubbles, and Charli XCX being, Buttercup. Which makes a lot of sense if you look at their colors, just on the color level. Sabrina has been rocking a lot of blues. Of course, Sabrina has rocked so many colors, but blue has been one of her staple colors, like that sky blue, and that goes perfect with Bubbles. And then with Charli XCX, Brat is like green. She's either black or green. She's been rocking the green, which is so on point with Buttercup. And then, of course, with Chappell, with her red hair, it goes with the pink-red theme with Blossom. Okay, so it's so interesting how their colors coordinate the Powerpuff Girls. Now, I saw a little TikTok video where this girl actually argues it and says that Charli XCX really should be Blossom and Chappell should be Buttercup, which I do agree personality-wise, because Charli XCX is the oldest and the most experienced. She's a veteran. She's not new like Chappell and Sabrina. So it does make sense that she is Sabrina Carpenter, but when we look on an aesthetic level, she's definitely more like Buttercup because she's edgy. She's very edgy. She has that bad girl attitude like Buttercup and the green, and then with Chappell, her attitude is very Buttercup. She's ready to pop off, all that type of stuff. And she isn't the big sister like Charli XCX. However, when it comes to her color and her kind of main character status and her energy, I can see on the color level, on that aesthetic level, why they would put her as Blossom. But regardless, they definitely are a trio, and they definitely are the faces of pop. I have a few other girls that I would put in, but I understand, like, these three girls really hit it. Also, these three girls are going to be headlining the Primavera Festival 2025, all three of them. Okay, so that's going to be very, very, very exciting. I'm really excited to see how all three of them do in this festival. And they also have been aligning a lot together. They've been nominated for at least 6 to 7 Grammys. All three of them have all been nominated for 6 or 7 Grammys. I think Charli XCX is 7 and Chappell and Sabrina is 6. And they all have been intertwining in terms of the categories: pop solo performance, record of the year, song of the year. However, one thing that really stands out to me is they all got nominated for Album of the Year. Okay, Album of the Year, Charli XCX for Brat, Chappell for The Rise and Fall of a Midwestern Princess, and then, of course, Sabrina Carpenter with her Short and Sweet. This is very telling to me because this, to me, is what makes them the three faces of pop. Yes, they have their moments, and a lot of girls have had their moments as well, too. However, I feel like their albums were classic moments for 2024. A lot of other girls like Tate McRae, you know, Olivia Rodrigo, a lot of them have had moments, a lot of them been doing stuff. Billie Eilish. But these girls are, one, super fresh, and two, their albums all had very iconic moments for pop 2024. Like, their albums were staples for 2024. Literally moments, eras, real staples that you won't forget. And I want to go more into it because I feel like this is what makes them like the faces of pop, okay, the new faces of pop. Now, when it comes to Charli XCX and the Brat album, this album was an album that I feel like personally we were not expecting like that. Like, we weren't necessarily like asking and expecting, but it came out and it came out killing it. And this is because Brat has done so well commercially and culturally and on an influence level. It's literally like rebirth Charli XCX's career, because Charli X has been doing music for so long. She's been in the mainstream for so long, but Brat was like a resurrection. It was like a rebirth. It was powerful. So it was kind of like the album that we didn't really ask for or know it was coming, but it came and it like really took us by storm. Okay, because again, like, Charli XCX has been very consistent, but Brat has really returned her back into the mainstream, like the pop mainstream game. Like, she's now a main pop girly as of now because of that album versus her other projects. So it was kind of, Brat was like the album we weren't really asking for or expecting, and it came though and it took over. It really was the album of the summer, like amazing. Then you have Chappell, okay, with the rise and fall of the Midwestern Princess. And this album has been out for a minute, but it has slowly but surely and strongly has risen. It like grew, like it's been out for like years, like 2 years. But this year was the year that it really took off and it opened us up to Chappell. So that was like an amazing rise, okay? It was like a gradual but strong, powerful rise and a splash into the mainstream. And then Sabrina Carpenter was Short and Sweet. To me, this album was more anticipated. We knew it was coming out. Sabrina was having a really strong single with Espresso. She was on tour with Taylor Swift. They were prepping her up to be a main pop girl. So we kind of saw this moment coming with her album, but it was incredibly successful and it did well, great music. So these albums to me were monumental for a fresh taste in pop music. Another thing I want to talk about is I want to go even deeper with their albums and their energy. When it comes to Chappell Roan, I feel like she really brought back unique pop music and energy. Just unique, true, genuine, unique pop energy. I felt like a lot of the pop girls were kind of all doing kind of the, I wouldn't say the same thing, but kind of what was expected. It was either sad girl pop. It was really like sad girl pop. It was the same few girls. When Chappell Roan came back, when she came into the mainstream with Midwestern, the rise and fall of the Midwestern Princess, the sound, first of all, the sound, very unique. She has this like 80s sound, like no one talks about it, but she has like this 80s sound. She kind of, a lot of times Chappell Roan reminds me of Cyndi Lauper, vocal ability and some of the 80s sound. But she brought such a unique sound back into pop that we were not getting. Musically unique, visually, aesthetically unique. She was even being compared to Lady Gaga because of her unique look. But she brought back unique pop. Everyone was kind of looking the same, doing the same, or not doing anything too out of the box. Chappell Roan was like this resurrection of the unique pop girl. Someone adding something different. And it's not just in her look, although her look really does help and it really does stand her out. Like, she looks different than everyone. Her makeup is very exaggerated. It's very like whimsical. It's very fashiony. But also, again, the music, very unique sound, like a great unique contribution to pop. Her album sounds like no other. And I think that's what also makes it great, is that unique sound, like something new, something fresh, something different. And now we have Sabrina Carpenter with Short and Sweet. Sabrina Carpenter, she to me gave a classic pop, okay, a standard classic pop album. That's something we did not have neither. Sabrina is the classic pop girl. A lot of the girls were being very alt, very sad girl pop, very big. And Sabrina brought back that smile, that I'm just cute, I'm just beautiful, and I have a nice song, and it's a nice pop song, and it just works. Like, I'm not gonna try to throw you off guard. I'm not gonna try to do something weird or different. I'm just giving you that standard pop classic music, that standard pop classic image. Like, she's literally a beautiful girl. She's dressed nice. She has it all. She just gives you that standard in pop that I feel like we were also missing too, because everyone was doing the sad girl pop thing. Everyone was doing something very different or maybe dark, and I felt like she was giving us the classic pop girl energy that we were so missing. And then Charli XCX, to me, Charli XCX brought the edge, okay? The edge we're missing in pop, okay? Now, don't get me wrong, the sad girl pop girls were definitely edgy, you know, definitely edgy. But the thing I like about Charli XCX is, of course, she's edgy, but also like the sound of her music. Like, it's not even just their images, because anyone can put an image, an edgy image, but it's also their music. Brat is so pop, but so edgy because it's unique, it's different, it's hyper pop. It takes very unique sounds and puts them together. She clashes a lot of her sounds. It's such a unique experience. Sometimes I feel like listening to her music, I feel like I'm in like a cool arcade. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just very unique and edgy the way she clashes her sounds, the music, how nice and experimental it is. It's still pop, it's still giving you them classic pop catchy songs, but it has an edge to it, okay? And I felt like she brought the edge with the Brat, the green. It's just like pop edge. So say that all to say, I feel like these girls capitalize a lot on these unique brands, which is Chappell again was like the unique pop girl. She really capitalized on that uniqueness, okay? And then Sabrina Carpenter really capitalized on being a classic, being a standard, okay? You know, that classic pop star. And then Charli XCX, to me, she capitalized on being that edgy pop star, giving us edge, giving us something unique and different. So I say this all to say, these are definitely the new cool faces of pop music. I'm excited, and I can't wait to see them in the new festival, and I can't wait to see how they do at the Grammys, which is going to be very exciting because they're nominated for so much. So tell me what you guys think about Charli XCX, Sabrina Carpenter, and Chappell being the new faces of pop. Okay, everyone's been talking about it. Do you agree? Do you think there are the new faces of pop? What type of interesting contributions do you think they bring into pop music? Let me know in the comment section below. I love your guys' comments, and I'll check you guys out on the next video.